In this lesson, you will learn about studying vocabulary and grammar for the speaking exam. Now first, let's have a look at the importance of vocabulary and grammar on the exam. So will you be tested specifically on your vocabulary? So will they test you on which words you know and don't know? No, they will not do that. You will not be tested specifically on vocabulary. Will you be tested specifically on grammar? No, there is no grammar exam either. However, basic vocabulary is essential for all the exams. It's for all the inburgering exams, for reading, listening, writing, and definitely also for speaking. A basic vocabulary is essential. And the grammar is especially important for the writing and definitely for the speaking exams. In fact, you'll be graded specifically on the grammar and the vocabulary aspects, as you have probably seen in the last video about how you will be graded. In this lesson, I will tell you about two ways of studying your vocabulary. First of all, practice your vocabulary in the vocabulary section in this course. There you will find the A2 level words categorized in 3 difficulty levels. So you can train your vocabulary through tests and games so that you will master all the words from the different difficulty levels. Also, you can find essential vocabulary categorized in groups, such as most common verbs, or opposite adjectives, and separable verbs. So in this part, you can practice these groups separately. And it's really important that you develop a routine. Make sure that you study your vocabulary daily or weekly, whatever feels good for you, but make sure that you practice and study your vocabulary regularly. The second way to study your vocabulary is to expand your vocabulary in 2 simple steps. Step 1 is to write down words you don't know. So these could be words that you read or hear during the day, and you can write them down in your phone, for example. You probably usually have your phone with you, so this is a good place to write down your words. Next, develop a routine for studying these words. And this routine can be daily or weekly, it's up to you, whatever feels best for you, as long as it's something regular. And for studying, a good tip is to write down the words again and to say them out loud. This can help a lot and it can make the words stick in your mind. So let's talk about studying grammar. First of all, you need to study the grammar rules, because knowing the grammar rules will make you much more comfortable and confident when you are speaking. And after you have studied these rules, of course, you need to practice them, because that will make them get into your system. So practice and repeat so that these grammar rules become part of your system and that they go automatically. And you can both study the grammar rules and practice in the grammar section of this course. There you will find videos about the grammar rules and exercises related to those videos. And when you make these exercises, when you practice, try to learn from your mistakes. When you see that you are making mistakes a couple of times, try to see what's wrong so that you avoid developing bad habits. So now let's have a recap of this lesson. And I wanted to point out to you again that grammar and vocabulary are essential for the speaking exam. So really give them an important place in your studies. Then for vocabulary. So you can study your vocabulary in the vocabulary section of this course, where you will find the A2 level words separated in difficulty levels. So you can practice all the difficulty levels of the A2 level words over there. And another way to practice your vocabulary, to study your vocabulary, is to make a personalized words list of the words that you hear and read during the day and write them down, for example, in your phone. And then it's important to develop a routine to study. So you can study it daily or weekly. It's up to you, whatever works best for you, as long as it is something regular. Then for grammar, first of all, learn the rules. Make sure that you know the rules, because this will make you much more comfortable and confident when you're speaking. And then practice. Practice a lot and also repeat so it becomes part of your system. And when you discover that you are making mistakes, then learn from your mistakes. So make sure that you learn from the mistakes that you're making so you're not developing any bad habits. All right, so that concludes this lesson. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next lesson.